I'm talking about an approach to life, a quality of mind and a quality of heart, a willingness to follow your passions, regardless of whether they lead to fortune and fame. With profound gratitude and great humility, I accept your nomination for presidency of the United States.
Instead, you decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, respect for others.
Not just hashtags, but votes. Passion is vital, but you gotta have a strategy.
Right now, when people are scared, it's easy to be cynical and say, let me just look out for myself, or my family, or people who look or think or pray like me. But if we're gonna get through these difficult times, if we're gonna create a world where everybody has opportunity to find a job and afford college, if we're gonna save the environment and defeat future pandemics, then we're gonna have to do it together.
And now is the time to keep the promise of equal pay for an equal day's work, because I want my daughters to have the exact same opportunities as your sons. Tell the students here, your parents suffer. They cry privately. It is brutal. So please call, send a text. We need to hear from you. Win people over by calling them names, or dismissing entire chunks of the country as racist or sexist or homophobic. When I say bring people together, I mean all of our people. Every single one of you has something that you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer. And you have a responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide. Maybe you could be a great writer, maybe even good enough to write a book, articles in a newspaper, but you might not know it until you write that English paper. Maybe you could be an innovator or an inventor, maybe even good enough to come up with the next iPhone or the new medicine or vaccine, but you might not know it until you do your project for your science class. Each of you want to make the world a better place. Keep in mind that this is your world to build, your century to shape. Giving back to the community and making sure that you're reaching back to help people, lift up people who may have been left behind, that's a solemn obligation. And by the way, it's actually good for you. Look at things with fresh eyes, unencumbered by the biases and blind spots and inertia and general crankiness of your parents and grandparents and old heads like me. But I do have a couple of suggestions that you may find useful as you go out there and conquer the world. Point number one, when you hear someone longing for the good old days, take it with a grain of salt. Obama out.